Yeah, that's a great question, because I think tolerance, really, I mean, it comes literally from the word to tolerate, which means there's something you don't like, but you put up with it. Now, tolerance, I think, in our more postmodern culture has actually become, I think, a cheap substitute to grace. In other words, with people not experiencing grace so much from Christians or from the church, I think we long for it. We create a cheap substitute. And what I mean by a cheap substitute is that grace is actually better than tolerance. You know, tolerance says, okay, you're doing something that I may not agree with, or we may differ, but I'm just going to let you do your thing and I'll do my thing, and I'm going to put up with it. You know, and we'll coexist with our differences. That's fine. Grace goes beyond that, if you think about it. Grace says, I don't like what you're doing. God says this, but I love you. And I will actually draw you into the closest relationship possible and walk with you to become more and more of what I intended you to be. That's what God says to us with His grace. Yeah, it's a very important point, because the way we really are trying to do ministry is life on life. Our main goal from the beginning has been to get people connected into communities of grace, and like I was talking about, confessing communities where people are willing to stop pretending and just be honest and authentic with each other, and then pray for each other and walk together so that we can all become more of what God intended. And the main way that we're looking to do that is through leaders. So leaders of smaller communities of, really anywhere from 8 to 15 people. And we really we try to train those leaders, but we also have a high bar for leadership. In other words, we have a leadership process that people go through, an application and an interview, to make sure that leaders who we're trusting are leading people to follow Christ are following Christ themselves. So that's really how we've always kept a high bar on leadership, even though we say, come as you are.